In this video, I'm going to compare the two most common debt repayment strategies, the debt snowball technique and the debt avalanche technique. The debt snowball technique is one in which you arrange all of your debts from lowest total balance to highest total balance. And any extra payments that you can make, you put towards the lowest total balance debt first. On the other hand, the debt avalanche technique is one in which you arrange your debts from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate, and any additional payments you make towards the highest interest rate debt first. Let's look at a more specific example here. Using the debt snowball technique, you can see that these credit card balances are arranged from lowest total balance to highest total balance, regardless of interest rate. Now, obviously, you have to make the minimum payment on each one of these debts, but this individual is able to make an extra $100 a month payment, and they're going to put that towards credit card number 1, and they will do that until that's paid off. Then they'll roll that over into number 2, and their $30 a month payment becomes $145 until that's paid off. Then they roll that over into number 3, and so on into number 4 until that's totally paid off. So you can kind of see why this is called the debt snowball technique. You gain momentum as you pay off your debts, and by the end, your payments are really, really large. On the other hand, the debt avalanche technique, as I said, is going to arrange the debts from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate, regardless of the total balance. And again, you'll have to make the minimum payment for each loan. And in this case, they're going to make that extra $100 a month payment, again, just like the debt snowball. But it's going to take them quite a bit longer to actually pay that first credit card off. But once it's paid off, they're going to pay each of the other credit cards off pretty quickly. Now, there are pros and cons to each of these techniques. You can see with the debt snowball technique, you're going to save $174 in interest, and you'll be debt-free after 11 months. Using the debt avalanche technique, you will actually save $202 in interest and be debt-free a little bit sooner, after 10 months. So looking at this, you might think, why would I choose the debt snowball technique if I will save more money and be debt-free even sooner using the debt avalanche method? The reason that many financial experts recommend that you use the debt snowball technique is because it's in many ways psychologically more motivating to use the debt snowball technique than it is to use the debt avalanche technique, primarily because you are going to see and feel progress on the debt snowball technique quicker than you will using the debt avalanche technique. In other words, let's say you were making significant sacrifices in order to make those extra payments onto your debt. With the debt snowball technique, you are going to totally pay off one of your debts a lot sooner than you will using the debt avalanche technique. And seeing one of your debts become totally paid off can be very motivating to continue making the sacrifices that you've made up to that point in order to continue paying off your debt quickly. On the other hand, using the debt avalanche technique, it can be a very long time before you actually pay off your first debt, and many individuals will actually lose motivation and stop making those same sacrifices because it feels like they're not really making any progress. Ultimately, you need to decide which of these methods is going to work for you. There's a great calculator on nerdwallet.com that I will link in the description that you can go to and put in all of your debts and actually compare your numbers and how much you would save using the debt snowball versus using the debt avalanche. Really, the point of going through all this is not necessarily to convince you that one is better than the other, but to let you know that you just need to have a plan to pay off your debt and to pay it off quickly. The key is having a plan and making those extra payments. If you can do that and do that consistently, then you're going to pay your debt off relatively quickly. If you would like some help coming up with a plan to repay on your student loans or to repay debts and you are a University of Oklahoma student, you can contact us at the Money Coach office at the number listed on the screen or go on and schedule an appointment on iadvise.ou.edu.